Hey guys, so sorry I passed out last night before filming our goodbye. I was so tired, I don't know why. And also, it's like noon and I still haven't filmed anything today. We had a little bit of a fiasco this morning. One of Bailey's friends could not find her like pass anywhere, and we tore our hotel room apart. We could not find that thing. We looked behind furniture, we looked like everywhere. We could not find it for the longest time. It ended up being like one of Bailey's other friends who was also staying with us. It had somehow ended up in like her bag that she was taking with her, and she had a meetup that she wanted, or a signing thing that she was early, so she headed out earlier than everyone else, but it meant that the pass left with her. So we were tearing it apart. She finally did find it and, you know, called us and was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that I took it and I'd taken it with me. So that was a lot of fun this morning, but it did mean that I have been rushing around with little to no like break in there. But now I am sitting in my third panel of the day, which is standing out in a sea of saturation. It doesn't start for like a half hour or so, but I imagine it's going to get really full really quick in here.
That would be fine.
But I wanted some kind of
long, fancy sounding words.
Correct. I was thinking of how to make it a little more pretentious sounding.
Alright, so I'm back at the hotel, and I'm sorry I didn't film a lot today. It was kind of crazy. Just a lot of running around. I didn't even stop to eat lunch today. I ate 2 granola bars, like, in between panels. I did go to a lot of panels and stuff. The first thing I went to was mental health on YouTube, which to me is really important. You know, along with being an acting student, my minor is psychology, and if I don't get into the official acting program, my major will be psychology, and either way, I intend to go on to get a master's in psychology and get a therapist license. So to me, mental health, and also, you know, you may not know, I don't really remember if I talked about it or not, I have a few things. I know I've mentioned the depression, that's the biggest one, so, yeah, it's important to me, and how we talk about it online is very important to me and close to my heart. So I really enjoyed the panel. It verified and like kind of how I feel, and I do think that's important for everyone, that they feel valid. Not only was it kind of validation, but also it gave what I felt was practical advice for speaking to an audience when you're talking about these issues. So I really enjoyed that. The second panel I went to, I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically like how to use analytics. Because I know that the analytics are there, and I know that they are very useful. I just don't know how to use them. Like, I look at them and I'm like, that's good information, but I don't really know how to use the information that it's giving me and incorporate it into making my videos better and making stuff that my, you know, audience will enjoy, things like that. And honestly, once I saw what it was, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to be here, just because I have gone to the like Creator Academy on YouTube, and I've watched some of the videos, and honestly, they weren't very helpful. So it was really good to go to. I really like these panels, especially because you can go and you can ask the specific questions that you're trying to figure out. And it's really annoying and really frustrating. So it's nice to be able to like go to places and be like, all right, this is the question that I have. Can you please answer it for me so I have an answer? So that was really good. Then I went to a panel called Standing Out in a Sea of Saturation. One of my problems is that I tend to, like, I'll get a bunch of ideas and I'll do them, and either I hate them when I do them, or I run out of ideas very quickly, or a combination of the two. Usually a combination of the two. I run out and then I can't think of any, and then when I do have like that day that I want to upload, I don't upload because I don't have any ideas and I don't like have anything I want to talk about. And that's always been a big problem for me, and it's one of the big reasons why I tend to like set an upload schedule but never be able to stick with it, because I'm just really bad at it. And so one person did ask when they opened it up for Q&A, how do you like keep up with that? Especially when you think of like, you have to have inspiration for every single video. And basically the answer that we got out of the panel was, that's not really how it works. One of my favorite quotes, I don't even remember who said it, but it was like, creativity is a muscle that you have to exercise. and the more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. So it's not so much like they get inspiration every time. And then after that, I actually went to a panel that was called like making money from YouTube or something like that, or like making YouTube your paying job or something along those lines. It was a panel full of like one lady represented an MCN, one guy, or no, two guys worked for BBC. It was a lot of like bigger corporate feeling people, and then there were two creators that didn't really fit into like traditional kind of YouTube culture type stuff. I didn't really enjoy that panel. It felt kind of like they talked a lot about like AdSense and stuff, and it was almost like one of those things where it's like, yeah, we know what AdSense is. And every time the lady who worked for an MCN opened her mouth, it felt like a promotion for MCNs. Like what I'm saying is there was no real like practical advice being given. And then after that, they jumped like about halfway through the panel. They were like, all right, well, we've talked about YouTube, but let's talk about something that's not YouTube. And that's when I left, to be completely honest.